All right, boys, we are back, and it's time to continue year 4 with our San Jose Sharks. We just started the season simulation in the last video. We've gone 2 months. The first month was not that good. The second month, though, we've turned it around a little bit. Our record is still not the greatest, but I believe we were 6-3-1 in our last 10 games. But in the last video, I was asking you guys, if there's any line changes that we should try to use, then go ahead, because we didn't start off the year the greatest. So I wouldn't mind making some changes. And for the most part, you guys were saying Vlasic. Vlasic has got to be moved up onto the first or second line. Move Mark Giordano down. So let me just take a look at Vlasic's stats again. 4.5 star, 4 star, 4.5, 4.5, 4 star, 4.5. All right, so 4.5 stars on the outsides, 4 star on the insides. You guys were also saying to put him on the power play. I wouldn't mind doing that. I just thought that Giordano and Fowler would be better for the power play because of the offensive categories. I mean, Fowler's got 5-star in all 3 offensive categories. He definitely belongs on it. Giordano, 4 star, 4.5 star, 4.5 star. All right, now Vlasic, 4.5 star, 4 star, 4.5 star. So Giordano, Vlasic's got the slightly better shooting, but Giordano's got the better puck skills, right? Giordano, I think, has the better passing. Let's see. Yeah, it's a little bit better. So I don't know if it'll make that much of a difference. I think 5-on-5 it would, so we can try that. Oh, hang on a second. I'm going to leave Fowler up on the first line with Shattenkirk, then Vlasic with Falk, and then we'll move Giordano down with Irwin. All right? Power play. Skinner, Couture, Wheeler, Gallagher, Pavelski, Silverberg, now Fowler and Shattenkirk. I want to leave Fowler up there. Again, that 5-star shooting category, 5-star puck skills, and 5-star senses. And Shattenkirk's got 4.5, 4.5, and 5-star in the offensive category. So I think those guys are the right guys to use on the power play. But you guys were saying Vlasic instead of Giordano here. Now, hang on. Let me just see Falk. Falk's got 4.5, 4, 4.5. Same as Giordano, who's 4, 4.5, 4.5. All right, so we'll try it out. I'll just try it just to see what you guys are talking about here. We'll put Vlasic in there on the power play, okay? 4-man power play, I'll leave with Giordano just so we can get some ice time because we've moved him down to top 6. So I want him to have some ice time there, right? Power play, there you go. Now, penalty kill. This was a big one. You guys were saying, yeah, go ahead and put Pavelski in there. You know what? Let me be back out of this for a second. Let me just see who my best defensive overall players are. I think it only takes into account the defensive awareness, but let me just do it anyways, just to see. Pretty sure it's Pavelski, Couture, and maybe what's his name? Gallagher or Wheeler. GM tracker. Let me just see here. Where am I looking? No. Where the hell? Franchise Maker was the first one. Goddamn. All right, top defense players. Logan, Pavelski, Honka down in the minors. But the thing about Honka, I was seeing some comments about Honka saying I should trade away Irwin and bring up Honka. I don't want to do that. I signed Irwin. He's a great trading asset in the offseason. He's not going to drop to the point where I can't trade him. He'll still be like 81, 82. You'll be able to trade that, even if I have to take on some salary. It's only for like another 2 years after. So that's fine. And Honka is going to be used in the playoffs when we have a defensive injury. He's our number 1 defenseman to go to. So I guarantee you, by the end of this year, if we make the playoffs, Honka will get his time to shine. Then you got Dwight King, Vlasic, Shattenkirk, Palmieri's up there. So Logan, Pavelski, Dwight King, and Palmieri are the guys that we want to use. It's interesting because actually Jay McClement's not up there, so I should maybe take Jay McClement out of the whole penalty kill situation. All right, and then D, it's Vlasic, Shattenkirk, Falk, and Irwin. So Giordano and Fowler should not be on the penalty kill. I think we have it that way anyways. So let me just go back to penalty kill here. Because we are 2 months in, and I want to make sure that we get back on track as soon as possible. I don't want this to be a weird year where we miss the playoffs. All right, so hang on. We get Logan in there. That'll actually probably help out Logan to get more points, too. He'll probably have a few shorthanded points, goals, and assists. So Vlasic and Shattenkirk, Irwin and Falk. Yeah, that works out right there. Pavelski and King, and Logan and Palmieri. All right, so that's the way we're going to work it. 3-man penalty kill. Logan with Pavelski, Vlasic and Shattenkirk, Irwin and Falk. 4-on-4 lines. Giordano. I'll bring up Vlasic, just like you guys were saying. All right, I want this to work. I have no preference over these defensemen. Remember, we don't have a single top 2 defenseman. They're all top 4. So I don't really have a preference. I would have liked to see Shattenkirk and Fowler get better because of their potential. And the 2-way defenseman, offensive defenseman, I wouldn't have mind that. I don't hate defensive defensemen at all. Vlasic is already the white stars, and this game doesn't really rate him the best, even though I upped him a little bit, right? But he's still not the greatest. So we'll go another month here. There you go. He's not like a Shea Weber defensive defenseman, right? So we'll go up here and some other things we could talk about, I guess. I saw some comments for Ernest Ciarelli, hating on the kid. He's not having the greatest year so far, but don't worry about that. I mean, we expected this from our young rookies. Antti Niemi, he gave us the great regular seasons, but when it came to the playoffs, he always shut down. And we're growing this guy. I mean, he may not have the greatest year this year, but he's young, and I'm hoping for a good, 10 years out of him once he hits. I'm hoping that he hits elite goalie. He should be able to hit elite goalie, even though in the past we've seen goalies with the 4.5 star potential. What the hell is going on now? All of a sudden, it's this kind of team this year, boys. We go on losing streaks for some reason. Oh my God! All right, so look at that. Ever since I made the line changes, hang on, let me just stop the simulation here. 1 second. I do want to get back on top of this. I mean, 14 losses already. It's getting dangerous. All right, I mean, just look at this. Yeah, I think we had a losing streak back here somewhere too. Yeah, but now we're on another, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 game losing streak. Ugh, you can't have those, man. You cannot have those. I don't know. This is getting a little bit dangerous. We got to start winning some games, man. We have the team. We need to start scoring some goals. All right, 6 weeks. That's what I mean. Niemi and Brent Burns, even though they didn't produce for us in the playoffs, they still really helped us out during the regular season. I was hoping that Blake Wheeler would be a nice replacement for him. He looked fine on stats. He's the same type of player, power forward. But I don't know. This is rough. This is a rough start to the season. Another loss. So we break up the 5-game losing streak with a win, and then we answer back with 2 more losses right after it, right? So it completely nullifies it. 16 losses already on the year, man. If we're getting close to 20, that's just ridiculous. There you go. There's a win. God damn, man. This is not a good year at all. Already 16 losses. So you can already pretty much forget about the Presidents. There's no way we're getting the Presidents. Even though last year we had 50 wins, I wanted to come back and have a better year. That's not going to happen. No way in hell it's going to happen now. We're already up to 20 losses. If you include those overtime losses. There you go. Now we got to go on a winning streak, man. I know the Edmonton Oilers, they're a good team, but you got to answer back. There you go. 2 in a row. I haven't seen one of those in a long time now, all right? So we had the 5-game losing streak, lost 3-game losing streak or 2-game losing streak, but we've won 2 in a row now. Come on, keep it up. Lost in overtime, but still, man, we got to get some wins. We got to really catch up on the wins category. So let me stop the simulation here. We'll check out some of the stats. I got a stat track in this video. This is getting a little bit dangerous. Got to try and remember some of these stats too. Another loss. You see what I mean? We win 2, we answer back with another 2 losses. We just can't get going this season. This is dangerous. This is very dangerous. Those team standings. I don't know what it's been like before. So goals for per game. We're not scoring the amount of goals that we had last year, but we're scoring enough to be considered a playoff team if we can keep the puck out of the net. But I think that's the problem. Yeah, 19th in the league for goals against. So I don't think it's our defense, and I don't think it's our forwards, because we had the same thing last year, and we should have gotten better, right? But I think it's Ernest Ciarelli. Just not getting it done in the net. Antti Niemi would have been a better choice for us this year. Power play goals, power play percentage, 19.7. So the power play could be a little bit better. But remember, our goals for is there. Penalty kill percentage, man, 80.7. So let's see how that works out. Let's see if it drops or not. If it drops, then I'm going to throw my other players back in there. Jeez. Our home record 6-9-1, our away record 8-9-3, and our last 10 4-4-2. So we are really not playing good right now. We're getting to the point where it's almost getting a little bit too late in the season, man. It really is. Another 12 losses and we're up to 30. That's especially in the Western Conference. Well, I mean, it's a game 3 years in. Can't really say that anymore. All right, so forwards, let's see. Logan, 38 points in 36 games played. So he's getting it done. Blake Wheeler, 27 points in 36 games played. All right, where's Jeff Skinner? Skinner had 8 points in or I forget what he had last time. He's got 17 in 36 games played now. So at least he's caught back up to a 20 goal scorer. But man, he's nowhere to be found. McClement, Bowman. All right, let's see who's the minuses here. See the minus. Bowman, King, Palmieri, McLaren, Anderson. All right, so that third line with Bowman, Palmieri, and Anderson, they are a -12, -6, -9. Everybody else is a plus. Yeah, everyone else on our forward is a plus. Defense, Giordano, Falk, Vlasic, and Irwin. So our defensive course taking a hit right now. Goaltenders, Ciarelli, 2.63 at a save percentage of 91.11. Oof, not looking good, boys. It's not looking good whatsoever. So you know what? Let's do some more line changes. Yeah, because I can't go out and trade for a goalie. I'm not going to do that. We'll give Ernest Ciarelli the 1 year to get better. But, the third line with Drayson Bowman, Anderson, and Palmieri, it's just not working out for some reason. I mean, you got Palmieri, who's good defensively, two-way forward in Joakim Anderson. You know what? I might try something here. I might try to move. Let's move Jay McClement up to give that better defensive category with the face-offs, right? He's pretty good. He's not a great offensive player, but I want to bring up a grinder for that third line. I wouldn't mind bringing up Dwight King, but I want to bring up Jay McClement so that I can spread out Anderson to the fourth line with Fraser McLaren and Dwight King. Now, if anyone's wondering about the tough guy, you know, should we take the tough guy off? He's got 6 points with a plus, or with even plus minus, only 20 penalty minutes. He's playing fine on the fourth line, all right? And for a guy with these kind of stats, I mean, defensive awareness 84, right? His discipline is down there, but he's not taking a lot of penalties. I don't think Fraser McLaren is the reason that we're losing. So I'm not going to take out Fraser, but I'm going to switch around Jay McClement with Joakim Anderson. Dwight King can stay on the fourth line. Yeah, that's fine down there. All right, and these lines up here, I really don't want to mess with. Even though maybe I should go like Silverberg. No, I got to play Skinner on the first line. He's 86 overall. He's still getting better. Let's just hope that maybe it's just a little bit of a bad rut here. All right, so now I'm going to stop with this. This is pissing me off. All right, we're going to go back with the lineup that got us there in the first year. Vlasic with Shattenkirk on the first line. All right, then we're going to go with, you know what, Fowler's not getting any worse. Let's go with Giordano and Falk. The reason I'm doing this is because I'm trying to make the playoffs now. We're not trying to play our young guns to get the better. We're trying to make the playoffs. It's about making the playoffs. So Giordano with Falk now on the second line. Okay, there you go. Now, I saw one comment for the power play saying to switch the wingers to the opposite sides to give them the one-timers. I really don't think that has much to do with the simulation. I just think that's for the game, but I'll try it. All right. So we got Wheeler on the right because he's left on because he's right-handed. Skinner on the right because he's left-handed. Fowler, is he right? He's left-handed, and Shattenkirk is right-handed. So we'll put the defenseman. There you go. Vlasic is left-handed. Yep. And Falk, I think, is right-handed. So we're going to switch all these guys around. Pavelski, Silverberg is right-handed, so he's on the left side. Good. And Gallagher is right-handed. So we'll leave Silverberg on that side because he's the shooter. Okay. Hang on a second here. Let me just think. Falk, Shattenkirk. Interesting. Let me try something here, boys. Who would be opposed for me to taking off Brendan Gallagher from the power play and inserting Mark Giordano? Because we're not using him on the point at all, right? And Mark Giordano, I think, has a better offensive category than Brendan Gallagher, right? And he's not being used on our four-man power play. So I'm going to use Mark Giordano up here. I think he's left-handed, so now he's got the shot on that side. Oh, wait. Giordano's shot. It's only 4-star. He should be on the point. Hang on. Fowler's got the 5-star shot. So you know what we'll do? We'll move Fowler because he is left-handed. Yeah. All right, so watch this. Fowler to the second line. All right, Giordano's going to play on the first line power play now. Actually, should it be Vlasic? Hang on. Yeah, Vlasic. All right, we'll put Vlasic on the first line power play. The left-handed shot, right-handed shot. Right-handed shot, left-handed shot. And now Cam Fowler on the second line right wing to replace Brendan Gallagher. Okay, so we're really stacking up that offense now on the power play. Same thing. Let me just switch these guys around. Hang on. Fowler, you are... Oh, man, I keep forgetting their handedness. Yeah, left. Down here, Falk switches, and then Giordano. Giordano can... do I want Vlasic? No, I'll leave Giordano there for the four-man power play. That's fine. Actually, I want to switch Fowler there. There you go. Okay. And then the penalty kill, we will leave the way it is. 80-point-something penalty kill. So I'll remember that for next month. If penalty kill goes down, then I'll use guys like Jay McClement on the penalty kill. And Ernest Ciarelli, don't worry about your season so far, son. We gotta play better for you. I don't believe that our team is not good enough to make the playoffs with Ernest Ciarelli. I don't believe that. I think we are. I've seen worse goalies before. All right, so let's see what these new changes do, if they do anything for us. It could happen that by the All-Star break here, we are not mathematically eliminated, but like technically eliminated, right? Definitely. If we get above like 25 losses before the trade deadline, man, it's not looking good. And I mean, that is, if we continue this, we're definitely going to get to 25 losses. So we need to turn things around. That's how you do it. Get on a little bit of a winning streak. Jonathan Taves' Calgary Flames. Come on, it's a big game. All right, that's a loss in regulation. Back-to-back against the LA Kings. Well, not against the... Oh, my God. So you see that? We start off with 2 wins, and then we answer back with 2 losses. You just can't get any separation here in this season. You just can't. You need to win. We need to literally now go on like a 5 to 10 game winning streak. Look, now 3 losses in a row. Nah, man, we are not a playoff team. We're all over the place. We just cannot win fucking games. Holy crap. We're getting, at least some of these losses are getting overtime losses, which is good. But man, why are we not being able to just win games? For God's sakes. It can't all just be Ernest Ciarelli. I want to go one more month just so I can see the stats again. 4 in a row. This is crazy how many games we lose. In overtime, too. Another one in overtime. 3rd straight loss in overtime. All right, there's 4 games this week on the road. Let's go. Let's shape up here. There you go. There's a win. I want 3 out of these 4 wins. Let's go. St. Louis, and they're tough teams, too. St. Louis, don't give us a regulation loss, please. There you go. There's another win. Come on now. Keep playing, boys. Winnipeg. We traded Burns to them. Don't let them get a goal. Please. There you go. All right, 3 in a row. Fucking A. All right, so this is more like it. Ernest Ciarelli's playing good. We're getting some decent goals. That's what we got to do, man. Come on, back to 500. Not regular 500, but regulation 500. Come on. We lost 7-3 to Dallas. Whew. All right, so now it's the important game, right? We had the 3-game winning streak. Hang on a sec. Let me just go scouting. I don't want to make any trades or keep doing line changes. At some point, you just got to play the games, and if you're not a playoff team, you're not a playoff team. But that 3-game winning streak, right? This has been the tale of the tape the whole year. We get the loss, and then we answer with another loss or another 2 losses. We got to answer back with another 2 or 3-game winning streak, lose. Another 2 or 3, lose. That's how it has to happen. So look how close the trade deadline is, boys. It's right here, so we're going to go right up to it. There's really no more line changes that I can make, so I might as well just go to the end. I can try to make line changes. I can think that our penalty kill is not... You know what? I'll check the penalty kill. That's one thing I can check, because I can easily just throw McClement back there. We lose 7-6. We get 6 goals in Ciarelli. We lose in overtime again. Another overtime loss. Oh, Ernest Ciarelli, you're just not playing for us this year, son. I knew it. When I was trading at the beginning, I felt like Niemi... I should have signed him to more than a 2-year deal back a year ago. We needed him for 1 more year. Just as, we could have played Ciarelli, but if he started to lose games, then go to Niemi, right? We don't have anyone we can go to now. We have Hutchinson, who I thought, if you have an 85 overall goalie and an 84 overall goalie, that'll be good. It'll be a good enough punch, right? But it's just not shaping up that way. So we had that overtime loss after the 3 wins. Let's see. And we answer back with a regulation loss. So you see what I mean? The 3 wins, and then we answer back with 2 losses. No. We're not gonna win. Let me just stop. Hang on. I can do one more change, possibly. Let's just check the penalty kill percentage. If it went up, then I don't know what I'm doing. Penalty kill. It went up to 81.6. So because it was at 80, it's probably been working a lot better, like 85 or something. That's the reason it went up. So no point in changing the penalty kill. It's just, I think it's our goalies. I think this year is actually a year you can just blame the goalie. Usually you don't see that either, because I've seen plenty of other NHL teams with like not even superstars on their first line or their defensive core with like an 83, 84 overall goalie not only make the playoffs but go deep in the playoffs, right? I think it's when you looked at Ernest Ciarelli's individual stats. Remember how at the beginning of the year I showed you his reflexes category was 5-star, and I think that's the reason why his overall was jacked up. But his other 2 categories, if the reflexes category was like only 4-star instead of being 5-star, I think he'd be like a 79, 80 overall. But hang on a second here. You know what? No, I'm going to keep on talking about Ernest Ciarelli. I drafted him in the first year, like 22nd overall. Alex Moody was there available, but Pittsburgh Penguins picked him up. Might have been the better choice, but I'm still fine with Ernest Ciarelli. And the reason I'm talking about him is because, God damn it. I was talking about him and we were winning games, so I didn't want to stop it. Superstitions at this time of the year. You got to. It's an overtime loss. You see what I mean? Stop the simulation. We're just too much of a streaky team. We've been catching up. We've caught 500. It's not over yet this season. But, look, 4 games in a row, which is beautiful. And then you answer back with 2 losses in a row, right? So we have our season is going to be made right here. Remember how I said by the trade deadline you have 25 losses? That ain't looking good. 2 more losses and you're at the trade deadline. And I'm talking about regulation losses. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So we're not going to go to Boston. We got 7 games, okay? So in 7 games, if we can go, even if we go 4-3, that's not good. That's only 27 and 26. 7 games. We need to win 5. We need to go 5-2. We really do. We need to get to 28 and 25 and 9. And I think that would give us a good stretch chance to make the playoffs at the end for the wild card position, all right? So 7 games remaining. I don't like setting goals for your team because I know I'm just jinxing myself, but we really do need to win like 5 of them. Screw overtime losses. I don't care about points. We need to get wins now. All right, so let's see what happens here. Colorado, we lose in regulation. It's just not working out. We just can't get above that 500 mark. We've been chasing it. If the season was maybe 150 games, I can maybe get this team righted. But you see what I mean? Like, every game is literally a 50-50 chance of winning, basically. This team is nothing special with whatever I've put out there. I don't know why it's nothing special. When I look at it, it looks special. But, yeah, I mean, again, look at all the overtime losses. Another 2 losses in a row. We're just not scoring goals. And Jeff Skinner, you know what? I think you can look at Jeff Skinner as well. He's nowhere up there at all. And I'm not blaming Blake Wheeler because Blake Wheeler's had a good year on that first line. And I don't think that it's Blake Wheeler holding back Jeff Skinner. I don't buy that. Jeff Skinner's got Logan right beside him. All right, so, yeah, there's no way. There's no way we're making the playoffs. We've already got the 25 losses. We need to, I don't want to say it's over just yet, but once I look at the standings, I'm going to change my mind about that. Watch, we're going to lose this game for sure against Phoenix. 26 losses. There it is, 26. Yeah, so we're 25, 26, and 11. I had the last 7 games. We had to win 5, I said. We had 1, 2, 3, 4, hang on, 5, 6. So we won 2 games out of that last 7 there. I said we needed to go 5-2. We went 2-5. All right, so you can see even after the changes that I made to this team, it's just for some reason, whatever it is this year, it's just not working for us. So let's see why that. Oh, you know what? Hang on. Let's just see the standings first. All right, so there you go. San Jose with 61 points. Sit down there in 6th place. Okay, so we are, what are we are? We are 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4. We're only 5 points out of the playoffs. I mean, the wild card is Dallas, I'd say. Yeah, Dallas is the final wild card position. Or, hang on. Yeah, Dallas, 66 points. Edmonton's got the other wild card position. So we're only 5 points out. We'll check what Dallas has left. We're not out of the playoffs yet. I mean, if we win, if we go on a tear, we can make it. But why all of a sudden would the game change, you know? And we could try to make some trades, but you don't have the right assets to make trades to bring in to help your team right now. Well, what would we improve, right? So points, let me just see where Dallas is. Dallas is up here at 60. They've played 62 games. We've played 62 games, all right? But a lot of these other teams, let me just go west. Yeah, west. Dallas, 62. They got 66. Los Angeles, they could have 66 points. They only have 61 games played. Colorado, they could be up to 67 points. All right. They could be up to 65. So we could catch them, but there's all these other teams that are trying to catch Dallas as well that have games in hand. Okay, so the overtime losses have kept this in this for sure. It's been a nice extra amount of points, but we're not playing good at all. Goals for per game, 2.68. So we're scoring goals. I mean, nobody can say that our goals for isn't up there. We're getting some good depth goal scoring. We're 7th at the NHL, and that's been rising since this video started, right? So our goals is there. Our goals against per game has it been getting better? 11th in the NHL, 2.79. I mean, we caught up to 500, so I guess we've been playing better. Our power play percentage is 8th in the NHL. It's only at 17.4%, but it is 8th. That's decent. Our penalty kill, 81.1%. So I don't know if that's been getting better or getting worse. Our home record, 9-12-7. We've played absolutely atrocious at home. And our away record, 16-4-4. And our last 10, I mean, there it is. I mean, 3-4-3, right? We really needed to have a good end right there, but not so much. So let's see who's to blame. Let's see who's going to be in the trade talks for the comments, because we're going to stop it at the trade deadline. I wouldn't be opposed to making some trades here, boys. I wouldn't even be opposed to, if we're a pretender, getting rid of some players that we were going to trade in the draft anyways, right? So Logan, he's point a game. No fault with Logan. Blake Wheeler, 40 points. He's been trailing off a little bit, but you know what? I mean, Jeff Skinner, he's not helping that line out at all, you know? I mean, 33 points in 62 games played. What is that, like a 40-point season he's on pace for? Blake Wheeler, doesn't have the greatest amount of points, but I think if that left winger was pulling that line together a little bit more, like how does Logan still have a point a game, right? So it's not like these guys are hurting Logan, but I think Jeff Skinner, he's the guy that I need for offense, and he's just not getting it done. How does he only have 6 more goals than Blake Wheeler does, right? So Blake Wheeler's got 7 more points as well as the power forward. So I think Jeff Skinner, you can point your finger at Jeff Skinner a little bit. Joe Pavelski, second line beast for us. Nothing wrong with Joe Pavelski. Silverberg, a little low for points. Same thing with Gallagher, a little low for points. But they have a lot of goals. That's the thing about the second line. 23 goals, 15 goals, and 16 goals. Our first line's only got 18 goals, 15 goals, and 21 goals, right? So both lines are actually pretty even when it comes to points there. Palmieri, let's see if we helped out our third line at all. -10, King, McClement, Bowman is a -17, and Anderson is a -12. Jesus. Drayson Bowman, man, -17. Maybe this guy should not be playing on our team this year. Thought he'd get some. Oh, excuse me. I thought he'd get some nice depth goal scoring, but apparently not. Right wingers, defensemen. All right, defensemen for points: Giordano, Fowler, Shattenkirk, Falk, Vlasic, and Irwin. Plus. Giordano and Falk are minus players. And goaltenders, Ernest Ciarelli, 2.66 goals against average, 2019 and 3, and a save percentage of 91.16. So, yeah, I think we're really missing Niemi. I think if we had Niemi, I think it would put us above the top this year. But look what I'm talking about. See how the reflexes category 5-star, but then puck skills or puck control is only 3-star, and you got two really important categories in there: rebound control, shot recovery, and actually poise as well, right? And they're only 81s and a 67. And then athletic, the agility is nice, but the speed is only 82, and vision, I think that's a good one too. That's only 70, right? So I think you can look at Ernest Ciarelli and be like, this might be the issue right here. Because if you look at Winnipeg, Antti Niemi, 2.98 goals against average, but again, the team that he's on, right? But if you look at his stats, he's got 4-star in the first category, but 4.5 in the puck control and 5 in the athletics. So he's just more well-rounded as a goaltender, right? The poise 85, shot recovery, like the reflexes category is decent. It's not what Ernest Ciarelli's all about, but he's got everything else. So I think that's what helped him out, even though they're not doing too great over there in Winnipeg. All right, so yeah. The question is, do we want to make the playoffs or do we want to rebuild? I think we still can make the playoffs, but not with this goalie. We're not going to make the playoffs with Ernest Ciarelli. So let me just go out here and let me see if there's any goaltenders that are available that have no trade value. So we can go after Fast or Hiller, but that's a lot of trade value. You're going to have to give up something to get that player back. I would love to get a goalie with this kind of trade value with like 83 or 84 overall with just 4-star in every category. Like a Jim Reimer, he'd be a good player to pick up, but he's actually 4.5-star in a lot of categories, so he's too good of a goalie. We just go through. I could pick him up though if we think that we can make the playoffs and just pick up a goalie just to pick him up. Jake Allen, let's see, 83 overall, 26 years old. See, this guy, I think this guy would be a great player to pick up. Why? 4-star, 4-star, 4.5-star. All right. Poise is a little low, but everything else is fine. So, pick up a Jake Allen just to maybe run with for 1 year if Ernest Ciarelli, Ernest Ciarelli's not getting it done. So I think Jake Allen is our best bet so far. There's better goalies, but it just means for trade value. No, Fakali is not good enough. Jones, 84 overall, 1 year left, trade value. All right, this guy's got 4.5, and 4.5-star. This guy wouldn't be a bad goalie to pick up. The trade value is it's not horrible. All right, so we got Jake Allen and Jones. Jones is on LA. I forget where Jake Allen was. Hang on, let me just go through the rest. Maybe should have done this earlier, but I wanted to give the guy a chance. We can still do it. Ryan Miller, 82 overall. Hang on a second here. Ryan Miller, look at this. This could be perfect. Reflexes 4-star, puck control 4-star, and athleticism 4.5-star. You see that? 33 games played. They're playing him in the AHL. This is a perfect goalie because look at that trade value. That's nice and low. Oh, but 3 years left at 4.4. He's probably going to retire after this year. But hang on. Let's go through the rest. All right, so we can go after Fast as well. There you go, 4.5. So you got a few goalies there. Jake Allen, Fast, Ryan Miller, and Jake Allen, Ryan Miller, Fast, and Jones. I forget which team Jake Allen was on, right? But let's just say, for example, we wanted to go for, let me just go for Jones, because Jones looked pretty good. All right, say we wanted to go for Jones. What could we give up to get him? I'll just show you guys quickly. So we could give up Hutchinson just to give him up, even though should we be playing Hutchinson? He's got 4.5, 4. Could just be playing Hutchinson, but I think he's got some games played. He doesn't have the greatest stats, right? NHL, 5.7 goals against, 2.99 goals against average. So this is why when I make this trade, I really don't want to give up much to make it. But Hutchinson, I could just switch backup goalies right here, right? I could easily do that. That should go through. Here's some trading assets for you guys to take a look at. All right, so let me know what you guys think about some trades that we can make if we should make them. I think bringing in a veteran goalie, Ryan Miller, I'd love to bring him in, but 3 years left at that deal, right? Is he going to get worse and then I won't be able to move him? I'm pretty sure I would be able to move him. I'm pretty sure he'd retire after one more year anyway, so it wouldn't be a big deal. But I'll put that question to you guys. I wouldn't mind getting a goalie, but I don't want to give up an arm and a leg for him. So let me know what you guys think, and I will see you in the next video.